Freedom-loving Quebecers just learnt that voting yourself out of tyranny does not work. Legault has just received what lamestream news is calling a solid mandate. While appealing to hard Quebec First types with his strong talk against unchecked immigration, the reality is that the pandemic saw a drop in numbers of people coming into the province. But a rebalancing plan had already been tabled to make up for the shortfall. No matter what they said on the campaign trail, the CAQ and the Legault government had already made plans for record high numbers of immigrants. They've outlawed religious symbols on civil servants with Bill 21. You can't wear a cross, a Jewish kippah, a turban, a hijab, whatever it is as a teacher, police officer, or civil servant. It's clear to me that Quebec has largely succeeded in replacing traditional religion in the Quebecer culture with a new religion around the crise sanitaire, the health pandemic. At the height of the pandemic in November 2020, curiously, the Quebec Legault government outlawed new combustion engine cars from being sold after 2035. A strange set of priorities when you're in the middle of a health crisis. But it might make more sense when you learn that the Legault government hired the McKinsey consulting firm. McKinsey was hired to manage the health crisis in Quebec to the tune of millions of dollars. McKinsey is a World Economic Forum collaborator, a WEF collaborator, and in December 2020 launched their roadmap for the zero-carbon car. None of this mattered during an election that has seen the Legault government come out on top again and the people on the bottom. From historic firsts like lockdowns and curfews, growing up in Montreal and living in Ottawa, I saw some of it firsthand. We didn't have curfews here in Ottawa, but they did in Quebec. Being 15 minutes away from any bridge or a ferry to go over to the Quebec side, it became a hard border over the last 3 years. We used to go over the bridge for cheaper beer, entertainment, but what we thought was a soft line in the sand became a wall that Quebecers could not pass, that nobody could pass from Ottawa to Quebec or Quebec to Ottawa. The bridges were monitored, and no matter how bad we had it in Ottawa, everyone knew it was way worse in Quebec. There's footage of police entering people's homes to check how many people were inside to make sure they were respecting restrictions on freedom of assembly. The freedom-loving Quebecers that I met during the Freedom Convoy truly showed me the unity of the country. I loved it. They were amazing people. So much for voting your way out of tyranny. I think the only real solution comes from the ground up, from living your life, making connections like I have with some local farmers, trading skills with people in your community, and excluding the government as much as possible from your affairs. Pay as little tax as legally possible, support your own, teach your own, and protect your own. It can get you down, but you just have to keep on going because life finds a way, brethren. I'm continuing to do what I do, getting the word out, and I humbly ask for your support in sharing it. The next few weeks here are all going to be to do with the Public Order Emergency Commission. I believe that is the most important. The circus, the dog and pony show that is going to highlight what the Trudeau government did during February. Speaking of life going on, growing up loving comic books in my adult life, I set myself a goal to put out the best graphic novels that celebrate real heroism. I want my kids to know what it means to be a hero. My name is Rohan Kumar Pall, and I live in Ottawa with my mother, wife, German Shepherd, and 5 children. We're blessed that you're here, brethren, because it heartens me to know that there are others out there that share our concern for a better future for our country. Like many, many others, I paid a cost for my non-compliance, and I was fired for being outspoken and attending the Freedom Convoy in February. For over 22 years, I've been a professional computer programmer. I've been running a comic book graphic novel company for the last few years as well, and I really hope you'll take a gander. It's a great way to support us, and the 3rd book in the Vestige series will be available for sale in a week. If you're just getting on board, you'll be able to pick up all 3 graphic novels together. It's a great way to support us, a 360-degree win, as you get an epic fantasy graphic novel that makes a great gift for the young and old, and you keep me doing what I'm doing here, getting the word out. Take a moment and share the link with someone you know. I think there's a lot of people out there that value their freedom and want change. Let's give it to them, brethren, with a return to those old school values: honor, accountability, integrity, and loyalty. Hail, brethren, and hail freedom!